Pastor Elijah, how are you doing today?
I am doing good. I thank God.
It's good to have you here once again.
Mm.
And from the last video that we did of loving our women rights, of men understanding how they can love their women rights, we got several comments and several questions of how can a woman love their man rights. Now that men understand, help women understand how they can love their men rights.
Thank you, Shiko. And I must say asante for what you did in that previous video. It's helping men out there.
Karibu.
And I think it's only fair that we also tell the women how they should love their husband rights. And you mentioned the 5 love languages. And it is also important for me to mention here that it is true that every man has an emotional tongue. Just like women, men desires to be loved by their wives. And how is why we are here. The 5 languages you mentioned, you talked about words of affirmation, you talked about gifts, you talked about quality time, you talked about touch, and you talked about affirmation. Acts of service, you did talk about acts of service. You talked about the 5. And every man, being different as the women are, there are those of us who still fall under the 5 love languages. For instance, I will talk about me. I don't know about the other men, but I value words of affirmation. Every time you, for instance, affirm, you tell Pastor Elijah, I don't know whether I am putting it out there, but every time, you come to me positively, even when it doesn't seem like so, but you're still positive. For me, that I interpret that as love. The other thing is respect. Men interprets respect as love. And it doesn't cost you anything to respect your husband. It doesn't cost you anything to respect your man. And how can you respect your man? Supporting the work that he does, supporting his visions. And you're not just supporting him because you are the wife, but you are supporting him because you believe in him. I think that the bare minimum is where you believe in your man. And once you believe in your man, it will be so easy for you, Shiko, to be able to support him. And because of that support, the man sees the respect, the honor, and then that is interpreted as love. I know for ladies, they want to hear words. They want to hear the husband saying, I love you. They want to hear the husband, verbalize the love. But for the man, it is more of action-oriented. Number 2, which is very key and important, and this is where I will finish it. They say that the way to a man's heart is through the stomach. That saying is a half-baked truth. The way to any man's heart is through the bedroom. Before you married that man, he could cook for himself. He could do his laundry for himself. There are many things that man could do for himself. And the reason why, one of the major reasons he brought you into his house was because of badminton. But majority of us, we use the same thing the man needs to punish him. Now what are we doing? The man now begins to interpret that as disrespect. And the man now believes that my wife do not love me. When you fulfill your man's bedroom needs, no matter how he came from work that day, whether he prospered that day, whether he is prospering, and whether he is working or he is struggling to get a job, please don't use that to punish your man. If you offer that food generously and faithfully, the man, I can assure you, believes my wife loves me unconditionally, and I can, because he feels now approved from home, he can conquer any mountain out there. Wow. Respect and fulfill his emotional and bedroom needs. Yes.
Wow. Thank you so much, Pastor Elijah, for helping us understand. I think the next time we address this issue, we will help understand how differently men and women view sex.
Yes.
Because that's altogether a different topic, because for a man it's a need. For a woman, they want to do it out of affection. Now you will help us, and we will come into a consensus and understand, so where should we go with this? Because for men it's a basic need. For a woman it could be another additional duty. So you'll help us understand that. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for
You're welcome, Shiko, and I am praying that a man or a lady out there is helped. So please respect your husband, and I can assure you, as you also fulfill his bedroom needs and not using that as a weapon, you begin to thrive in your institution of marriage. Mungu akubariki sana. Asante.
Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you, Shiko.